Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all the core gamers out there. CAJ Man 777 here, welcoming you to the finale of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. In the last episode, we explored the GFS Valhalla, the creepiest and most atmospheric area in the game, to obtain the Leviathan battleship code that will allow us to warp to Phase to end this war.
We have gained control of the Leviathan,
as Admiral Dane says right there. So, we're not really gonna hesitate. We're gonna go right to Phase, but before I do, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our donators over there on Patreon. Valentine Blaze, MickeyPhorGens, MaddiLeigh, Thomas, and Color Craze for their continued support to the channel. So we're gonna head just right to Phase because there's a lot to do. And the reason I'm not hesitating going to Phase right away is because these boss fights in Phase are long. Both of them are very, very long. And a lot of this is going to be, let's listen to the music. You guys get to listen to the music of the fight. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. You guys are going to enjoy the atmosphere. I'm going to be quiet for a lot of this episode, though, as you may notice, because these last two fights on Hypermode are really annoying, especially where their checkpoints are placed. So, with that, we're going to head right to Phase.
Sir, Samus's ship has joined the fleet. Thank you, Ensign. Leviathan Command, you are clear to fire the portal beam. Once the wormhole is open, order all ships to enter. Affirmative, Admiral. Message to all ships. Prepare for entry. Maintain battle formation timers.
Alright. So, through this wormhole is literally a sentient planet made entirely of Phazon, which is really cool. And there it is. Along with, of course, the rest of the space pirate fleet that they said was there. And of course, with all the action going on, Samus's ship just kind of slips onto the planet unseen. You would think the space pirates, honestly, would know that ship. That ship is so iconic. You would think the space pirates would be like, red, green, orange, it's Samus, blow it out of the sky! But no. No. They completely just don't see it, and we get to land on the planet for free. Which, what a planet it is. And what a ridiculous difficulty curve there is right now. Especially on Hypermode. And you'll see what I mean in a second. We're going to hear that one final time. And here we go. A planet made entirely of Phazon, with Phazon in our body, can only mean one thing. The corruption is still spreading. But it's reached its max limit. So what we have to do, we don't have a choice but to vent our energy tanks. Just like we did earlier in the game. So, the reason we picked up all the energy tanks, especially on Hypermode, is this. See that yellow bar? That is essentially now our health. Just being exposed to the atmosphere and taking damage will increase that bar. Due to critical levels of internal Phazon corruption, the emergency vent override has been triggered by the PED suit. All acquired energy tanks have been vented to temporarily prevent total corruption. Hypermode weapons no longer require the use of extinguishing an energy tank. You are now permanently in Hypermode. Unfortunately, this vent override can no longer be used. Damage as well as exposure to the atmosphere, much like Dark Aether, will continue to raise the Phazon level. Your Phazon level is shown as a yellow bar at the top of the HUD. If your Phazon level fills completely, game over. So this is essentially a massive timed mission. We want to go as fast as we can and as far as we can. As quick as we can. So what you want to do as you go through this area, deal with all the enemies that you can see in front of you immediately. That way you don't have to deal with them later. You will be fighting a lot of enemies in this game. Phazon hoppers. Alpha Phazon hoppers. Everything you fought up until this point, you will be fighting. Luckily, everything here, as you walk through, will consistently drop some health and ammo. Now, this here is our last instance of Hyper Grapple that's not on an enemy. It's only used twice through the entire game. Go figure. So, I'm actually going to drop into Morph Ball here. That way, I get to roll right as I hit the ground. We're going to shoot the door, and we're going to Morph Ball back through. Now, up here is a platform. I don't believe I didn't miss that. Up here is a platform we're going to go to, and right here we have some phasing. Once again, you can just keep your energy level down by shooting the phasing. You can blow up the phasing if you really want. You don't really have to grapple them. The grapple is the easy kill on the phasing, but you can just shoot them really quickly. You can also, like I said, grapple them. You can drain your Phazon energy that you've collected into them and then rip them apart. That way, you have as much health as you need going into the final area. I'm just gonna quickly just Hyper Beam these. Technically, it's a Phazon Beam, but I mean, it's as powerful as the Hyper Beam, let's be honest here. Hyper Beam, Super Metroid, I mean, it's like the go all, kill all beam, so, you know. As we move through all of phase here. We're going to head into here. You're going to want to start immediately shocking with the Morph Ball, the Hyper Ball here. That way you can blow up the first unit. You need to destroy all these red pustules, essentially. Or like red flowers. What are they? I don't even know what they are. I call them pustules. But you need to destroy them all, and then the drop opens. And you need to go entirely through this section. I like just letting the Hyper Ball take me in the direction as I roll down the shaft, because I should be able to destroy them as I roll down the shaft, which makes life easy for me. Also, this is a Phazon Puffer. It will drain all of your energy, and then it will send it back at you. Don't let it. Make sure it just drains the energy, then immediately obliterate it. It's your best friend. This room has Phazon Metroids. They're technically called Phase Metroids, but they are Phazon-powered Metroids, and they are here to ruin your day. So, just keep moving. That's all I can say. Keep moving, and you don't have to worry about them. Don't let them grab onto you. If a Metroid grabs onto you, you are going to be in for a world of hurt. So don't let that happen. Didn't hurt. So this room here has Venom Weed and normal Phazon Hoppers. Not Alpha Phazon Hoppers, just normal ones. All you gotta do is roll around the room with the Hyper Ball and destroy all these red icons. There are 3 rooms that we need to go through, and once they're all gone, it opens up a new path. Also, the atmosphere music in Phase is creepy as hell, and I love it. This is why I like areas like this in Metroid. I also like the difficulty of this area. The difficulty of this area is definitely for absolutely experienced players, especially on Hyper Mode. It's no joke. And you'll see why as we get to the final section. I need to get out of here because I can't do my thing. So this last room is going to have a Phazon Puffer in it. Try and stay away from the Phazon Puffer until the very end. But if you have to kill it now. Because another one will spawn. But you want, again, you want to keep your corruption level as low as possible. And you also don't want it to launch the corruption back at you, so you want to leave, like, the moment you get the chance. Hold your Hyper Ball here, you will need it. This thing is guaranteed to give you damage. It's guaranteed. There's no way to avoid this, as far as I know. But that allows us to enter the next room. Now, in the next room, there's going to be a lot of Phazon Metroids. Or Phase Metroids. Whatever you want to call them, it doesn't matter to me. As long as they don't latch onto your face. Because the moment they latch onto your face, it's GG. Like that one. He wants to latch onto my face. But I'm going to say you can't do that, sir. It's illegal. So these things right here, you want to shoot this to break the door. You also want to keep the Metroids at bay. Don't let the Metroids come near. That really hurt, dude. Don't appreciate that. Alright, door's gone. So this next room's going to have a bunch of Alpha Hoppers in it. 2 Hyper Missiles will take them out. So this is... I'm going to spam Hyper Missile in this room and not care. But there are a lot of them, so deal with them before they go into Hyper Mode, or else you're going to have to shoot them with 4 Hyper Missiles. Unless you've already weakened them, in which case they only take 3, but they take a lot of damage regardless, so... Missile spam! This is why Hyper Missiles are so useful, especially in this area and in the final area. They also do massive amounts of splash damage, so... just deal with them. That's all you want to do. Should be one more. Yep. Where'd he go? He's right in front of me. 2 more. I lied! There's 2! Really? Really? Okay. Shoot him and shoot him. There's still more. Is that the last one? Alright, we got the last one. Luckily, the next room is very generous, especially because phasing. Look what I can do. Just, you know, here, you can have my energy back and overload. I'm all good with that. I also get to take a little health pickup. This room, I don't know what to do. This room, I believe it's impossible on Hyper Mode to deal with this enemy. I'm almost positive it's impossible. You want to just, you need to destroy all 5 units. I don't believe Seeker Missiles work here. This thing always just gets a free bite. It always gets a... No matter how many times I've tried, I've never been able to beat that thing. It's weird, and I'm not sure why, but... We're gonna just drop down here, shoot all these guys on our way down. Alright. This last room... on phase is relatively easy to deal with. So what you're going to do, you want to take care of the Metroids first, because obviously there's Metroids, and they're mean. So, stop. Don't let them do what they want. You want to grapple this off. Also, I apparently never scanned this, so let me scan this, because this is technically a creature. Serpentine organ serves as the Leviathan womb. That's right, this thing is making Leviathan seeds. So, it takes 3 fully charged Phazon beams to eliminate this. Oh, you gotta be kidding. But I killed it. Oh, no, dude. Damn it. I have to go to the other side now. And I fell. Oh, I didn't fall. I hate doing that. This thing can switch from side to side, and it's super annoying. These Metroids are not helping. I am performing this last room really badly. Ouch. I'm doing really bad in this last room. He's on the other side again. Are you kidding me? It's got to come to this side. I can't do it unless it comes to this side. That really sucks. I'm usually not this bad with this room. I'm not sure what's going on. The Metroids really kind of screwed me over this room. Oh my god, dude! Oh, I don't like this. Die, please, die, please, die, please, die, please, die, please, die, please, die, please. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not happy about that room. I'm gonna be honest. That was a horrible room. Usually, if you're quick enough, you can deal with it going all to the same side, but... Oh, wow. We got to the... We're now at the hardest, but best part of phase, which happens to be the end. But you know what that music means. Dark Samus is here. And as powered up with Phazon as I am, she is as well. Which means this is a Phazon versus Phazon fight. Ladies and gentlemen, your second to last boss is Dark Samus. She has all the properties of Prime 2. All of the attacks from Prime 2 are maintained, as well as some new attacks, such as her overhead shot, overhead laser. This is the overhead shot. Her overhead laser, which is fun. She still has her awesome Phazon energy shield as well, or her missile shield, which I love to do. But she also has some new gimmicks for this fight on top of that, which we will get to in a very short while. Starting with this one. This is what makes this fight difficult. Because on Hypermode, you need a fully charged shot to knock Dark Samus out of this little Phazon orb. This Phazon orb allows Dark Samus to regenerate health. And it's not very fun. She can regenerate about 2 ticks as you get a full charge, and then generates about 1 more tick as you go. This is her Phazon drop, which is a brand new attack. Essentially, it is a power bomb based attack. She does get her hyper missile, but after she does her energy shield, you do get a free opportunity to blast her. But this is the main gimmick of the fight right here. She can create a dark doppelganger of herself known as an Echo. The Echoes are just as weak as Dark Samus, and take the exact same amount of damage. The best way to deal damage to Dark Samus and her Echo: rapid charge shots. As long as she has an Echo on the field, also, she becomes invulnerable. You can tell which one the Echo is because, well, it doesn't have a visor. You can also, during this attack, during the Phazon laser, just stay doing what you're doing. You can blast her with a hyper missile. You can do anything you need to do to deal damage to Dark Samus here. Deal with the Echo. That's all I'm going to say. Always deal with the Echo. The Echo does way too much damage and also will lock Dark Samus into doing one single attack. She does have her Scattershot Power Beam, of course. The Scattershot Power Beam, I think, is one of the coolest things. But she can now split into 3. Only one of them is real. And it's up to you to figure out which one. But again, as I said, deal with the Echoes. They do just as much damage as Dark Samus. Now this attack here is just a wraparound. She's going to fire 2 shots at you. This is a good way to get health and ammo. It's also a good way to destroy her Echoes. So she gets 3 shots here. You can shoot them all once with a charge shot. But this is a great way to deal damage to the Echoes just with rapid power beam. Now this attack here, avoid at all costs. This is the Ring of Rosie of Death. The easiest way to avoid this attack is just to walk left and right. While doing this, you can charge up a Hyper Beam and deal damage to her Echoes. This is the easiest way to avoid this attack, and if you get caught by it, screw attack away. Only screw attack away. Do nothing else other than screw attack away. The Scattershot Power Beam is a thing. That's 1 Echo down. Her Echoes also drop health and ammo. So also be aware of that. You can also destroy these pillars for health as well. Alright, where's that? That's the fake. Got it. I took intentional damage there just to get a little bit of health back because this is the attack Dark Samus gets locked into. And if you can keep your damage on, you can deal so much damage to Dark Samus really quickly with this attack. You also can just walk to avoid it entirely. So, you know, there's that too. So, again, they're gonna... They might split. She's gonna go for the regen. Where is she? There she is. Damn it, I missed the missile. Alright, well, while I continue this Dark Samus fight, I want to, you guys to listen to the theme, so... I'm not quite done with this fight yet. This fight can go anyway, and this fight can be very long. So here's the theme. Enjoy. It's the Metroid Prime 3 Corruption Remake. Dark Sounds. But we're not done. We're not done. Because, like all Metroid Prime games, there is not one. There is two final bosses. And this is where you can make or break it. You take too much damage on this fight, and it's just a guaranteed game over. This is Aurora Unit 313. The Aurora unit that the Space Pirates took from the GFS Valhalla. Aurora Unit 313 pretty basic. He's a pretty easy boss to beat in this phase. This phase involves shooting tentacles. Once you shoot his tentacles, a yellow marker will come out. During this yellow marker, your goal is to shoot the yellow marker to stun him. Now, you may notice there's a quick little command console that kind of shows up during that. If you shoot that, it's an instant stun, which is really, really useful. Now, Aurora Unit 313 has this ability to generate Dark Samus echoes, much like the Dark Samus fight prior. During this, you want to deal with the Dark Samus echoes because also during this, Aurora Unit 313 regenerates health. So, if you get a chance and you see the command console like that, you shoot it. You shoot it as fast as you can. That command console, hitting it with a little bit of a charge, like I said, insta-stuns. That insta-stun is huge. Especially for late game. If you just want to hit the dang thing, just go for the command console. Now, you can stun it the normal way, but during this, you're also going to be taking a lot of damage. So you just want to deal with the command console, if you can, as fast as you can. Alright, we got the first stun. So, there's a trick to Aurora Unit 313 with the stun. First off, you want to grapple it. Next, fire a hyper missile right into its shell immediately. Get one full charge, make sure all the shots hit, and finish it with the hyper missile. And of course, Aurora Unit 313 is going to laugh at me, because Aurora Unit 313 gets the Dark Samus laugh, combined with Aurora Unit 313, which is terrifying and really cool at the same time. So, right now, our only goal, deal with everything Aurora Unit 313 throws at me. Whether it's the Dark Samus Echoes, the laser, or whatever. It's only ever 3 Dark Samus Echoes, by the way. It's never any others. Also, fun fact, the Dark Samus Echoes can go into Boost Ball, and you don't want them going into Boost Ball. The moment they go into Boost Ball, you are in for a load of hurt and a load of pain. They also disappear after a while. Aurora Unit 313, with the Echoes, regens health, as I said, during it. I missed. Damn. Luckily, killing a single tentacle will also drop health and ammo. We're going to see the Dark Samus Echoes. If you can kill one of the Echoes before they go into Boost Ball, good on you. I just killed 2, so I'm really happy about that. Alright, there's all 3. We're good. No health for you. No health regen for you. Not nice. Don't get hit with this laser, by the way. This thing increases your Phazon level ridiculous. At a ridiculous amount. You really don't want to get hit by it. Alright, we're going to see the Echoes again. I did not manage to get any of them. That sucks. Okay, I got 2. And we got 3. Alright, nice. Alright, it needs one more hit. Okay, maybe one more. Damn it, alright. I'm in this fight for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a short fight by any means. There we go, alright. Yes, okay. I thought I missed that for a second. I would have been really ashamed of myself. Nice. So you may notice Aurora Unit has a little bit over half health because of the regen factor from the Dark Samus Echoes. So here we go again. No, you didn't! Thank God a Hyper Missile can stop that. Nice. Alright, nice. That command unit, by the way, takes 2 hits. The moment you hit that command unit twice, the Aurora unit's not happy with you. Alright, we're gonna see the laser. Luckily, my Phazon level is down to, it's in a really good spot. Like, I'm not mad about this at all. While this fight does have its moments where it just feels like it takes forever, I think it's a very interesting fight because it's kind of reminiscent of Mother Brain almost. But it's before Mother Brain, if you know what I mean. Like, canonically, technically. It's before the Super Metroid Mother Brain. Don't get stuck on the walls, and you'll be fine. So I'm just going to let you guys listen to the theme of Aurora Unit 313 here while I finish off the first phase. It does take a while to finish off the first phase, so just enjoy the theme for the time being. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is the final phase of Aurora Unit 313. the head unit. Now, Aurora Unit 313 head will self-stun itself after it does a certain attack. And hopefully we're going to see that attack first. Oh, also, this thing. That drops power bombs. Just, you see that thing appear, shoot it immediately. It does take a lot of damage on Hypermode to break. It's a little easier on other difficulties. This attack right here will instant stun Aurora Unit 313. You want to get behind its head to deal the most amount of damage possible to AU 313. It's the only way to do it. There's a couple attacks in this phase. This laser attack is very dangerous. What I like doing is I like staying near the edge lasers, and the moment I see the laser move, I'm staying near it. Once the lasers stop, you're free to go back. That attack hurts a lot. Aurora Unit 313 also has this ridiculous charge. Now, during this, you can still damage Aurora Unit 313 if the game will let me hit it by hitting its head module. It's difficult to do because it's spinning so fast, but you can indeed do it. Also, that attack disables your weapon. It's very hard to break. You literally have to hit every shot. Here come the lasers. Again, laser attack. Probably the worst attack in the arsenal here. Don't get hit by it. I mean, I just got hit by it, but it was only a little bit. Alright, here comes the spin cycle. Best thing to do for this fight is just continue to avoid it. Because eventually it spins out of control. Ah, damn! I was so close. It's really hard to break on Hypermode. I've done it, it's just super difficult. Okay. That hurt a little bit. Wasn't bad. Oh, that might be trouble. Let's... It's gonna do it again. Yep. Nah, damn it! I needed to hit that second hyper missile. Got it. There we go. So this stuns AU-313 for a very long time. You can just kind of obliterate it at that point. Alright, here come the lasers. Almost done. We've come a long way. Playing through Prime 1, Prime 2, Prime 3. We've come a very long way. Ow. Thank God I had iframes. Because the game does not want me to lock onto this right now. By the way, you don't get any more health drops for the rest of this fight, so, like, what your health is at when you go into this final phase is it, pretty much. Besides the initial drops at the beginning. You have to beat this boss here. You want to know what happens if you don't? You go back to Dark Samus. Yeah, you have to redo the Dark Samus fight. Again. And that's not fun. Wow. Rude. He really likes the power bomb attack. I can't complain. I mean, power bombs are powerful, but I don't have them in this game. Yeah, that's why I try and avoid the laser attack. We almost got him, though. Alright, he's gonna shoot more than once. Shoots twice, gets stunned. We can hopefully get some damage. Not a lot, but I'll take it. Missed it. Damn, that hyper missile just didn't hit. Oh, we got him! I didn't think I was gonna get him. Can I, like, jump over the lasers, or no? Game doesn't want me jumping over the lasers today, I guess. Usually you can't. Ow. Alright, we're almost done. This is an easy fight in the bag. Easy fight in the bag. We totally got this. This is it. And that's Prime 3. On Hypermode difficulty. With no deaths through the entirety of the playthrough. I'm very happy about that. I thought I was going to die in the last fight. The Dark Samus fight can sometimes get to me. Sometimes. Depends. Really how much health I go into the last phase with, which I had more than enough. I am so happy and so pleased. Luckily, that Leviathan is controlled remotely. There's no one actually on it. And you'll see why that's why that's a good thing in a second. Because that's the Leviathan battleship right there. Just kind of vaporizes with the planet. Somewhere in space this planet was located. Somewhere.
Damage reports coming in. We've lost 37% of the fleet. Half of the surviving ships are reporting heavy casualties.
Sir, we've confirmed the wormhole has disappeared. All the Leviathans are gone. The crisis is over.
What about Samus?
Negative, sir. No contact.
Sir, we're receiving a transmission from Samus's ship.
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 Prime games on their hardest difficulties. So this cutscene right here, this is the 75% ending when you get 75% of the items. She kind of just reminisces about the hunters that have fallen. And the fact that she had to fight them. And with that, that is the end, officially, of Metroid Prime 3. I want to thank you guys, in particular, for everybody who supported me during this entire Prime Trilogy series. Metroid has always been one of my favorite franchises. It's had its ups, it's had its downs, I can't even speak. But it's an amazing franchise. If you guys haven't played the games, I hope I inspired you guys to play the games and maybe just experience it for yourself. It's amazing to go back after so many years with mastery and knowledge of these games and teach you guys about it and, you know, my experiences through these games. And I'm glad to have had the opportunity to share these experiences with you guys. And, I mean, I'm really looking forward to Prime 4. We're going to be live streaming that day 1 when it comes out. I'm super excited for when Prime 4 comes out. Apparently, it's from the studio that was going to be making Star Wars 1313, which was a canceled project. But it's like a team of like really good sci-fi concept artists, animators. I really hope that it turns out really well. And even if it doesn't, we're gonna play it, and we're gonna, you know, I get to experience and share it with you guys over on Twitch, because we do live stream over on Twitch now. Special thanks to my patrons who supported me throughout the entirety of the Metroid Prime trilogy as well. Special thanks to you guys, specifically all the fans, all the people.
Samus Aran's arduous fight against Phazon has ended. However, in the vast regions of space, this victory is just a twinkle of a star, spreading the light of hope through the darkness.
That's a really cool quote. But thank you to all the fans who supported me during this series. I know this series, like, every once in a while, it didn't have the greatest episodes in the world. It wasn't, some of them weren't maybe as fast as you guys wanted. Maybe my commentary wasn't off. Maybe I was tired on one day. And I've been, you know, I've been striving to improve that. But any feedback is appreciated. And I know this series isn't as popular as some of the other series on my channel. But if you've stayed to the end of this video, and you hear me talking about this now, spread the word. Spread the word about this series. Spread the word about, you know, supporting smaller creators, or even creators you love. Even if it's not a video you like of them, if you're dedicated enough to support them with one series, make sure you're not just there for that one series. Make sure you're there for the person. Because any support is greatly appreciated. And I honestly owe it all to you guys. And I really, really appreciate everything you guys have done for me on the channel. We're approaching 1,600 subscribers. I'm hoping to have 2,000 by the end of the year. But if you guys like the video, feel free to hit the like button. And if you really like the video, feel free to subscribe, and, you know, I hope to see you guys in future videos. Now, there is one little tidbit of information I've wanted to share since the Rundas episode that I never got a chance to share. The voice actor for Rundas who, again, I will play a clip of him here for you guys. I'll play a clip of him so you can hear what he sounds like. He's the same voice actor as this guy.
Here's some free advice!
Christopher Sabat voiced Rundas. The same person who voiced Vegeta. And I think that's absolutely amazing. But that was really the last thing I wanted to tell you guys about Prime 3. And that's it. One thing left to show. Percentage 100, 11 hours and 46 minutes. But there's one more thing. And no, it's not Zero Suit. That's not the thing. This is the thing. We didn't get a chance to play it. But that ship is from the bounty hunter Psylocke from Metroid Prime Hunters. And he has pursued Samus. And hopefully, we got a little sneak peek of Prime Federation in Prime Federation Force, what Psylocke's plan is. If you guys didn't play Prime Federation Force, people say it was underrated. People say it was bad. I actually kind of liked it. It was a lot of fun with friends, and it's never been told from that perspective before, which I thought was interesting. It gives a bit more backstory to the Galactic Federation, but in that there was a cutscene, and you saw Psylocke. So Metroid Prime 4, we hope to see Psylocke again, and hopefully it's an amazing fight. But one last time, everybody, I want to thank you guys for supporting me through the Metroid Prime Trilogy series. And until then, this is CAJman777 signing off. Stay safe, everybody, and I will see you in the next video.